Hey, g'day everyone. Alright, I'm about to do something I haven't done, but I have, I have steamed timber and bent it. I did that back piece. That's probably the thickest piece I've done and the shortest piece. I've previously steamed and bent ribs, which were huon pine. They're a lot thinner, a lot shorter, different sort of timber. So, but this is the first time I've ever tried to bend hardwood. This is a eucalyptus hardwood, Australian, Tasmanian actually. And so we're about to try and bend these gunnels. I did have a sort of a bit of an attempt with it dry, and it just wasn't going to do it. There was too much risk of cracking it, breaking it. And what I've done is I've made a facility in here where I can just jam the gunnel rail in there. I've already pre-cut the ends to the angle where they meet the bow timber. I've got blocks set up on the back here so that I can pull them around and then clamp them in place. So what we've got here, this is the second attempt at steaming. I did have I made a steamer once before out of a 20-gallon drum, which is fairly easy because I just cut a hole on the side of it, big enough for this piece of pipe, and put a piece of fibro over the top. And but I've since cut that drum up. I used it for a shoot on the mower for one piece thing and other things. I think I made some mud guards for something. Anyway, it's beside the point. But I then just roughly attempted to bend this bit of alloy around the pipe, and I wrapped some fire blanket in it. You probably can't see that at the moment. It's over there on the floor. It's a fiberglass fire blanket, but it wasn't working well enough. It was just letting out too much of the steam. It wasn't forcing it up the tube. So so I've had to make up a whole proper chute to fit the pipe into. Formed a bit of flat strap around the pipe, or around the spare bit that I had, and then boxed it in, welded it in. And this timber was already wet. The first time I put it in there, and there's sort of a little bit of steam coming out, and I'd pulled the timber out, and it was warm. It wasn't hot, but it wasn't wet. It was sort of dry. So then I hosed all the timber, but I couldn't really make it pump the steam out the way I wanted to. And the other issue too is I had it facing straight out that way, towards the trailer there, and a little bit of a breeze we had this morning was enough to blow the steam back down the pipe and out where it was leaking everywhere. So that's why I've now brought it into the shed, so I don't have the wind blowing back down the pipe. The other thing it was doing, the wind, was it was drying out the end of the timber. So, for about a foot of the timber in from the pipe was dry. So that's why I've rearranged it all, and I wasn't expecting it to be hot like this today. It was quite cool and overcast this morning. I had my jumper on till 10:30 or something. So, but and I didn't expect the wind to pick up either, but I'm a determined sort of person that doesn't want to give up on an idea. So I've since bricked up all around the fire to try and contain the heat and stop the wind blowing the heat out. I've had the hose here the whole time, but I've been continuously wetting down the whole area around it, even right over there around the caravan, trying to keep it as safe as I can. As I said, it's not ideal conditions for this. It's a little too warm. Anyway, so this steam's been flowing out of here continuously for the last hour now. And as I said, the timber's been in there. It was already warm and wet from previous anyway, so we should be plenty enough. So I'll plonk you down over here and let's see how we go. And that steam, even though it's coming out of a that length of pipe, is still hot enough to burn you. I did sort of wave my hand around it, and yeah, it's plenty warm. Okay, if I get far enough back here to trying to capture the entire boat. And there we go. And now I've blocked myself in. Yeah. Get myself out again now. Work myself into a corner. Okay, so there we go. So, gloves on. This timber will be hot. As I said, it'll be too hot to touch with your hands. I've got pieces of wire on this so that I could push it a bit further into the pipe without it. So I wouldn't dry as much. Okay, let's see the angle. And it's swelled up. Oh, terrific. Don't muck it in with that now. It's coming up much easier than it was. Still a little bit hard. Yeah, she worked. Cool. This clean. The timber's at an angle to block. It's sliding off. Right. Finally. Okay, I'm popping out here. Another clamp on that. brush things. Just clamp my jumper underneath. Okay, second one here. If you've watched the previous video, this is the spot that it looked as if it was going to break. And there must be a little bit of a weakness in the actual timber. It's probably the same bit of timber. I'll say the same bit, yeah, because we've got two of them. It's like I've selected the exact same piece of timber that I tried. Okay, we're both successful. We've formed the shape. You didn't get a crack anywhere. So let's go with the other one. Okay, where's my clamp? This is the reason why you have to have everything set up before you pull that bit of timber out. Okay, I'm wasting time. As soon as you get this out, you have to get it in place. Basically, you've got 4 minutes to get it. Made those catch pieces at the front too exact to the timber size. I couldn't get them in because the timber swelled up. That's why they wouldn't fit in. So when this was dry, they slipped in there nice and easy. Over the top. That's what I would say. If I didn't have the camera on me, probably would have got it first game. Anybody who makes videos, you know that as soon as you put the camera on you, things don't go as planned. Murphy's Law. Things will always go wrong at the best possible time. I thought it was out. Don't really clamp up, it's sliding back on the rail, yeah? Keep slipping. Stay there. Okay. No, pretty tight everywhere. Okay. Oh. And even though I couldn't get that all the way in. Look how far I push the boat up. Yeah, I'll take you off here for a minute. Yeah. Okay, even though I couldn't get this all the way in, as I said, the timber swelled up. That's why it no longer wants to fit. I could have got the driver out and loosened it a bit, but don't want to waste time. But anyway, as I said, it's close enough to being the shape. So I'm going to leave this for at least 24 hours now. And I might actually put a screw in the back of that. Back of both of them. To make sure them clamps don't pop off. But yeah, it's close enough to be in the shape now that, when I move it up an inch, maybe 2 inches to meet the bow timber, it will have retained, the shape will be close enough that it'll still going to fit. So yeah, that won't be an issue. I would have liked it to fit it exactly, but yeah. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, as I said, this is the first time I've steam bent eucalyptus hardwood, Australian gum tree, and it's worked. It's worked well. So there must have been a little bit of a fault in that piece of timber, because that's where it was looking like it was going to break when I tried it. When I tried it dry, and it was bending easier in that spot than the rest of it and sticking out. So we didn't get that on the other side. So yeah, there must be a little bit of a fault in that spot. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hit a like, please. Bye.